Everyone, how are you today? My name is Ty Cole from Your Voice Magazine. Lovely to see you again, Carrie. So my question is for Tobias and for Tank, who this is a moment for me because Tank, you're one of my favorite R&B artists. I play your music like 10 times a day. So this right here is really an honor just to be speaking to you. Now, temptation is very evident, and sometimes people are stronger than others. Now, Tank, you're performing in front of women daily as an R&B artist, and Tobias, you get to work with some of the most beautiful women in the industry, including Carrie Hilson herself. Now, you both are also happily married. So, how do you keep your composure and resist temptation to keep your marriages alive? And what is one thing you would suggest to a couple to keep things spicy so they won't have to think twice to look elsewhere?
Go ahead, Tobias.
Okay. I think, as an actor, as an artist, you give yourself up, you're a sacrifice. So, my vessel is a sacrifice. So, understanding that and having a intelligent wife and a respectful wife and a trustworthy wife is so important. Having anybody, any kind of support system when you're, met with some kind of resistance is so important. That's the key. I wouldn't be able to perform. I wouldn't be able to do those things. I wouldn't be able to do, to bring life to these characters if I didn't have that, foundation behind me to say, hey man, you can do this. It's okay, make it work. Energy, you can't lie about energy, so when I'm, working with Carrie or some other, wonderful leading lady, but Carrie, the energy's there, the magnetism's there. So we just make sure that we carry that over and brought it to the camera. And, that's our job, is to be vulnerable and project these characters in an authentic way. Anybody that wants to continue a happy life needs to work on commitment, loyalty, to have God in your corner, and to be transparent. I think transparency is key. Being able to talk about things when they're uncomfortable is the main thing. We have to, continue to keep these conversations going. Being able to talk about community, being able to, it's okay to not have, the same views or ideas, the okay to disagree kind of thing. Sometimes we have to meet people where they're at. Sometimes love is not, sometimes you fall in love with a person, but they didn't fall in love with you. They had to learn to love you. So understanding who you are as an individual, as a person, and having God in yourself is the key thing, foundation before you could give to anybody. So I would tell anybody to make sure that they're solid with themselves, that they're committed to themselves. As men, we need to, spend time developing our empire, developing our financial literacy, developing ourselves, our character, before we can even provide and pour into a woman. So there's a lot of stuff that men need to do, women need to be accountable for, to help relationship grow and prosper.
Awesome. What about you, Tank?
I think, there's support, when having to deal, especially in the acting space with beautiful women. But there's also a questionnaire that has to be answered too at all times. You know what I mean? Was there kissing? And during the kissing, was there tongue? Was there a clothing barrier during anything? You know what I'm saying? And these are questions you got to answer the right way, because
right, or you're gonna get in trouble.
Your marriage is on the line. And, it kind of goes, to what Tobias was just kind of saying, like, you can't fake energy. You know what I mean? So, a lot of what you see, in those spaces, like there is attraction, there is magnetism. And, so what has to happen is that, once that camera goes off and once you leave that set, you can't carry that attraction and magnetism over to the Hilton. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to leave it right there where it is and let it go on the set and go home. You understand what I'm saying? Go home.
Don't bring your job with you home.
Don't take your work, amen, to the holiday ends. Because you have to. This is something that you have to choose every day. You know what I'm saying? Every hour of the day, you have to be conscious about that decision to maintain that loyalty to the thing that you decided to be loyal to. So it's a decision you have to make every day. There is lust, there is temptation, there are all these things that take place. But the fight continues
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Listen, if I
Hey, integrity are those things that are unseen.
Yep, absolutely.
So, I love that. Thank y'all so much for chatting with me. It was a phenomenal movie, and y'all all did an amazing job.
Thank you, brother.